Hello, hello, lovely. So in this video, we are going to dive into how anxious attachment can put you in masculine energy. I feel like in a lot of my videos, I either talk about the attachment styles and trauma, or I talk about masculine and feminine energy, but I haven't really explained how the energy that we manifest in is very much related to our attachment styles and whether or not that's our actual essential energy, or whether that is actually an energy that we are taking on as a mode of compensation, or as something that we've learned in order to try to get something, and coming from a place of wounding instead of a place of wholeness and security and self-worth. So when I talk about masculine energy showing up with anxious attachment, because anxious attachment is an insecure attachment style, it's something that we actually want to work on and hopefully heal and get more towards secure attachment with. What we're looking at when masculine energy is what's coming out of it, which it generally does, is a maladaptive strategy instead of you actually being who you really are. It's something that you took on because of the woundings and experiences and childhood things that happened, and they're manifesting with your relationships with people in a masculine energy. So let's dive into that. So masculine energy is result-focused, goal-oriented action energy. It's the energy of going after something and making it happen. When you have anxious attachment, or when you lean towards anxious attachment, your tendency is going to be to want to lean forward energetically and kind of energetically chase to get something from the person you're dating, because you don't feel internally secure inside. So this will take you out of your feminine. And so having anxious attachment tends to lead women to be in their masculine energy while dating, even though it doesn't feel good too. So I want to go into some of the signs that your anxious attachment has you in masculine energy, which, like I said, it pretty much like always will because of the way it manifests. So what will happen is you will get attached quickly and begin to hyper focus on the guy you're into. You are feeling anxious and worried when you haven't heard from him, or haven't heard back from him within a certain amount of time that you would have expected, calling and texting multiple times when he's not responding. Definitely that's a leaned forward thing, but we can even be leaned forward energetically, right? You're doing most of the work, you're doing all the initiating, the planning, all of that kind of stuff, and he's not really doing much. You feel constantly on edge and anxious while dating someone you like. And you're trying to figure out how to win him over and make him like you. It's that goal-oriented thing, right? Overthinking interactions, playing them over and over again in your mind. And when you are, you stop living your life when you've met a man that you really like and all your focus is pretty much on him. So for feminine essenced women, being in your masculine energy with men comes from a place of low self-worth, and it's exhausting because you don't want to be working so hard. So if you check in with yourself and you're like, how am I feeling? Being in this energy and having this focus, it's really, really exhausting. But what's going to happen is that your wounds and your attachment stuff that's going on is going to put you in that energy, regardless of if you're aware that you don't want to be in it, regardless of, if like, I shouldn't be doing these things, I should be feeling some other way, I should be focusing some other place. If you have anxious attachment that hasn't been worked through, you're automatically going to be in that energy. So what's worse is that when we are in this masculine kind of energy with our anxious attachment, is that it tends to sabotage us. So when you're in your masculine energy, you tend to drive masculine energied men away, or you don't even notice them, and you don't have room for them. And that leaves you with more passive or more feminine energied men who end up disappointing you because they don't pick up the slack and pursue. So while what you might most want is to be pursued, to be claimed, to be made to feel special, you're actually having the exact opposite experience in dating. You're the one who's doing all of that. You're not seeming to have men around you and in your life who you're interested in who are doing those things, pursuing, claiming, and making you feel special. What happens is that this tends to lower self-worth even more. So we don't want to keep repeating that cycle and that experience. So the good news is that you can heal your attachment style. You can heal your relationship to yourself, and we can learn how to embody our feminine energy and worth. It's something every single woman can do. And what will happen is that it's going to change your entire experience of love and dating and relationships and men forever. So healing your anxious attachment and embodying your feminine energy are the key to attracting and having that lasting, fulfilling, committed relationship that you deeply desire. And it's your birthright to have this as a woman. Everything that you want can be at your fingertips when you've done the work on yourself to heal those things, to adjust your energy and adjust where this is coming from, the belief systems that are behind it, etc. Understanding what it really means to be in your feminine. And when you understand how men operate when it comes to love and commitment, because this is a really important piece of the puzzle. So if you're ready to change this pattern with men for good, to stop attracting men who don't pursue, don't put in the effort, and don't ultimately claim you, my mastermind, the High Value Woman, is the place that I have created from years and years of coaching, where I break all of this down. I give you live coaching support specific to you on each call, and tons of resources and trainings that will forever change how you date and do relationships so that you can have that fulfilling, intimate, loving relationship with a man who's truly right for you, who pursued you. So the Mastermind is a small group program. It's very intimate with other high achieving women like you. It is based on my years of one-on-one coaching that has resulted in engagements, marriages, babies, and a turned around love life, so that women are no longer working so hard for love, but instead embodying their feminine energy, loving themselves, and attracting the highest caliber of men, and a totally different experience of men and dating and relationships than they'd ever had before. And this is the 5th round of the Mastermind. So there have been adjustments throughout. It continues to get better and better and better. And you are getting something that has already been put through several rounds. It is designed to help you with the inner work and practical guidance you need to address the root causes of your negative patterns with men, heal your anxious attachment style, raise your self-worth, find security and self-love within yourself first, and learn how to navigate dating in an empowered, feminine way so you can be pursued by and attract and keep your right man and have that fulfilling relationship. So the core pillars of this work are inner healing work, building self-love and self-confidence, boundaries and communication, releasing the past and healing your heart, unlocking your feminine energy, mastering dating, literally all of the important ins and outs to make it really easy and simple to navigate. And lastly, understanding men, knowing how they think and how they operate so you can have a lasting relationship with the right man for you and stop wasting your time on the men who are not going to be right for you. So this is a 5-month mastermind. There are 3 coaching calls a month where you are going to get unique individual support for you on those group coaching calls. There is a private Facebook group where you get support from me throughout the week. You can post there, get your questions answered. I'm the one in there. There is an online library of 8 video modules with 60 plus videos and resources breaking everything down, each of those pillars in depth. You get a one-on-one call with me where we get to deep dive into something that you really need support with turning around. And I guarantee you that although you've done a lot of work on yourself and you've read a lot of books and you have a lot of knowledge and self-awareness, nothing in here is something that you've already mastered. This is very, very unique content that has been pulled together from my own life experience and from much 10 years of research and experience with this area. I am not just regurgitating really common things that you hear. This is not basic. This is a system I developed over years of coaching women and seeing exactly what moves the needle. So this is not going to be something that you've like, oh, I've already tried that, done that, this like, membership thing that I've done. It's It's going to be mind-blowing, I promise you. And I want to help you become that transformed, embodied woman that you want to be, so you can have the relationship that you really, really deserve, and you will have. So if you are watching this on Instagram, then you can click the link in my bio or send me a DM for the info to join the mastermind. If you are watching on YouTube, then the description box below this video has the link for the mastermind, where you can read all about it, get your questions answered, hopefully, and can apply for a spot in the mastermind. Spots are always very limited. I just want to say, you might be on the edge right now and feeling, I don't know if I can do this for myself. And I really want you to know that you are worth it. You are worth the investment. The way that your life is going to be forever transformed is really, really, really worth it. And I hope to see you inside. Bye.